Okay, ladies and gents, Walkabout Creek Hotel. Last chance for a coldie before we hit the outback.
G'day all, I'm your hostess. You can call me Ruby or Love or anything, but never late for breakfast.
And what's your pleasure, folks?
Gin and tonic, please, and a Pimm's for the lady.
G&T and a Pimm's.
No, I asked for a gin and tonic and a Pimm's.
Yeah, well, there's no harm in asking.
A couple of beers will be just fine.
That's the ticket, old mate.
That sounds fine.
Hey, Nugget.
G'day, Sue.
Where's Mick?
We got a panic call from the Rangers. They spotted a huge croc in the Tarrabill swimming hole. Actually, we tossed a coin to see who'd catch it, and Mick won.
He went after it alone, did he?
No, Jacko Jackson's going to meet him out there. And Jacko, as you know, is the second best crocodile man in the territory. So you got no worries, huh?
Well, my only worry is I need Mick to pick Mikey up after school.
I'll tell Mick for you. If he gets tied up with that croc, I'll pick up the young fella myself.
Thanks.
I thought you were the second best crocodile hunter.
Oh, well.
Oh, he's just modest. He's one of the best, you know.
Hey, Sue, if anything ever happens to Mick, I'm going to come courting.
Well, let's just hope nothing happens to Mick.
Where are you, big ugly bug?
This is as good as it gets.
Come on. And Uncle Mick.
Big. Big. Big mistake.
Hi, Mick.
Hey, Jacko. What are you doing up there? Just sitting up there thinking about a new career, mate. Where's your boat?
On the bottom.
How'd that happen?
Croc pulled it under. Pulled it under?
How big was that big? Now what? Well, now we scramble ashore and go to Plan B. Go. Don't move. Well, could be worse, mate.
Yeah. Yes, that, Mick.
Well, someone could see us up here, up the tree, outsmarted by a bloody crocodile.
It's safe. It's safe.
Oh my God, if I see a snake, I'm going to drop dead.
How are they going to catch a crocodile up there in the tree?
So, which one is the second best crocodile hunter in the land?
Okay, everyone, we're on a tight schedule here. We better keep moving. Don't want to disturb the hunters. Back on the bus, thanks, folks. That's the way.
Bloody nugget. Great, eh, mate? Two best crocodile hunters in the entire Northern Territory, eh?
Yeah. Look like a couple of real pelicans, don't we, eh?
What I heard about crocs, mate. They got legs.
Oh, remember the good old days when we just used to shoot them?
Yeah, mate, but if there were no more crocs, they wouldn't need hunters.
They need hunters to keep the wild pigs in control.
Pigs? Well, not the same. I don't want my kids saying, there goes my dad, Pig Dundee.
Do you want to be known as Porker Jackson?
Well, no.
Nah, we need the crocs, mate. They make us somebodies. Without them, we're just a couple of old bushwhackers with bite marks on our legs. We'll get in tomorrow. Same time.
Hey, I knew a pig farmer called Porker O'Brien once. You know why they called him Porker? I hate it when he does that. Gives me the creeps.
Thanks, mate. No worries.
So, you got out of that tree all right, eh?
Now, how could you possibly know about that already?
My people have ways of talking that no white man can understand.
Arthur, you're so full of bullshit.
Nah, it's a kind of mental telepathy, eh?
Yeah, mental, all right. Ah, I think we just found out which one of us is the white man.
Yeah? Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, well, he's standing right next to me now.
Oh, great.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, later.
So you're doing a show tonight?
Yeah. Already did the matinee. Gotta keep the tourists happy, eh?
Oh, well, mate, these days they're our bread and butter. That's sort of what we are now in the 20th century. Tourist attractions.
As they say, that's show business, mate. By the way, Mick, it's the 21st century, mate.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. See ya.
See you later.
See you, Troy. See you, Marky.
Wanna go fishing?
So, what'd you learn today?
No, just school stuff. But we had an earthquake video, and we learned how they happen in California, America. Did you see one when you were there?
No, I was in New York. They don't have earthquakes there. People there wouldn't stand for it. They'd be like, earthquake? Hey, this is Brooklyn. Get out of here. Forget about it. They're tough. Well, homework time. What's that?
It's going to turn.
That means he's close by. Find him.
There he is.
Yep,
You hungry? Want him for dinner?
Yuck, no way.
Well, you better miss then.
Dad, I never miss. Whoa. Quick, Dad, there's a big razorback up there. Can you do it?
What?
You know, that trick. Please.
All right, but it won't work if you're scared. He'll smell it.
I know, I won't be scared, I promise.
Don't look at him till I do.
I really won't be scared if I can carry your knife. Cool.
Okay, Dad, I'll talk it over with Mick. Uh-huh. No. No, and if we decide we need to be married, I promise you'll be the first to know. Would you like to say hello to your grandson? Okay, hang on. Hey, Mikey, come say hi to Grandpa.
Hi, Grandpa. Pretty good, yeah.
So what's new?
Oh, Tom Zetland. He ran the LA bureau of Dad's paper. He was just killed in a car accident.
Was he a mate of yours?
Actually, no. But the thing is, Mick, Dad is now pleading with me to take his place while he looks for a permanent replacement.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is your dad wants you to go and work for him in Los Angeles? For how long?
Well, I told him I might fill in for a few weeks.
But tell me this. If we lived over there in the city, would you take the job then?
Oh, sure. I mean, I was raised by a newspaper man, and, well, I don't know, I guess it just gets in your blood.
That settles it then. Take the job. At least for the rest of the year. Me and young Mike will go with you.
You're kidding.
No. Good for him. Help him decide.
Decide?
Well, your dad owns a newspaper, right? You're his only child. Someday Mikey's going to have to decide. Does he want to be an assistant crocodile wrangler? Or the owner of a big city newspaper? That's a tough one. Travel would be good for him. Remember how my trip to New York sort of opened my eyes to the ways of the world? Made me a lot more, what's the word?
Sophisticated?
Yeah.
By the way, Mick, what are you doing with that awful trap? You're not going to use that on some poor animal.
No, leaving it to Donk. Some mongrel's been sneaking into the pub at night and knocking off his grog.
Ah, stealing Donk's beer. Well, I guess they deserve to be mangled.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, Mikey? What do you think? How would you like to go live in California for a while?
They have earthquakes there, right?
Well, yeah, they have that.
Cool.
I thought you might say that. You're gonna have lots of fun. Actually, you're the one I'm worried about.
No, I'm fine.
Oh, Mick, I seem to remember after a few weeks in New York, you did get pretty antsy.
Yeah, bit antsy.
That's what I love about you, Mick. You're always so unselfish.
No worries.
say? Home to the movie stars.
A lot of them, yep. You're not in show business, are you?
No, I'm in the tourism game myself.
Hey, so am I.
Hey.
When I'm driving this. Actually, though, I'm a writer-actor. Just, drive the limo between gigs. Make a lot of connections. Had a Tom Arnold in the car this morning.
Tom Arnold? Oh, wife probably knows who he is. She's in the newspaper business.
A reporter?
Yeah.
Better take one of these. You never know.
Thanks. There you go.
That's nice.
Oh, you can keep that. I've got plenty of copies.
Okay, tax relief plan, state tax only, no interest there. Traffic accidents. Okay, these figures comparing LA to New York drivers. That's good. Volunteer on that.
Great. So our policy hasn't changed then?
How so?
Well, it's like Mr. Zetlin used to say, we're the New York paper. If the news isn't about New York, then who gives a rat's ass?
Or words to that effect. So he wasn't too happy about working in LA, huh?
Oh, no. Tom loved it here. No, he loved doing expose features and investigating scams and phonies.
What was he working on?
He's doing this feature on this new mini studio. He started to get really excited about it. Well, I think he smelled a rat. But what it was about, only Tom knew. Yeah. Maybe you can find out what sparked his interest in there. Good luck. Oh, hey, how are your boys doing? Are they out exploring?
Oh, yeah. Should be fun, too. For both of them.
Come on, people, listen. Oh, spontaneous applause. Thank you. All right, a couple of tricks. Behind the back. Under the leg. Can I do it? You believe I can do it? I know.
Hey, Dad, look, there's those girls from Baywatch.
What?
Baywatch, on TV, you know? The girls are running funny like this. And Dunk and all the men in the pub go, whoa.
What have you been doing in the pub?
Oh, hey. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Ooh, muscle fatigue.
What?
Hey, do you know what time it is?
It's about 12:30, maybe 12:35.
Oh, that's cute. But you're wearing a watch.
Oh, that's not a watch. It's a compass.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm new in town. I just couldn't find my house without this.
really? So, where's your house from here?
11.5 miles, 2 degrees north-northeast, called Beverly Hills.
Bev Hills. So, do you have a nice home?
Yeah, we're good at Dunnies.
Yeah, that's 8 bathrooms.
Oh, nice. Is this your boy?
Yeah, that's Mikey.
So, you married?
He's not married.
So you got custody?
Well, yeah, Mikey's my son.
Right, so you're a good parent.
I hope so.
Right. Oh, this is too good. I finally bump into a cute cowboy. He's a little more Robert Redford's vintage than Brad Pitt's, but that's okay, because he's got a mansion in Beverly Hills, and plus he's got custody of his kid. That means he'd be a good dad to my Cindy. And this is... Oh, there's a cat trade. Nothing this good ever happens to me. You're not available. You're gay, right?
Most of the time, pretty happy, yeah.
Of course. Cute cowboy, Venice Beach, had to be gay. What was I thinking?
Boy, she was a chatterbox.
Yeah, mate. An American woman.
She's got a nice ass.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta stop hanging around that pub. Talk to that nugget.
Find anything fishy? Yeah. Listen to this. Silvergate Pictures make their first movie, right? Lethal Agent. And it's a total bomb. So the very next picture they make is Lethal Agent 2, which of course goes straight to video where no one rents it. And guess what they're doing now to save their reputation? Yeah. I don't know. Did Tom talk to these guys?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think he spoke to everybody from the president of the studio down, and that's when he seemed to get really excited about the story.
All I can see here is a bunch of really dumb business decisions. Of course, that's not illegal.
Well, you know, that's the research that I did for him. Whatever Tom was working on is probably in his PC, so I could get the disc from his house, if you're interested.
That'd be great. And I notice they're having a meet and greet for press and industry people. Do you know who would normally cover that?
Faye Olsen does entertain.
Okay. Tell her she can have the night off, and I'll fill in.
Hey, Dad, what sort of car's that?
I can't look now, mate. These California people are nice and friendly and polite until they get in their cars. Then they turn into crazed wombats.
Quick, Dad, stop! There's a dog in the
Where?
road.
So where's the dog?
He ducked in there. I'll get him.
Be careful.
All right, everybody, stay back. Don't worry, we'll get him. I'm on it.
What the hell's going on up there?
That guy says there's something on the road.
He looks like a nut to me. Probably a bomb or something.
It's a what?
He says it's a bomb!
It's a bomb! He's got a bomb!
Come here, boy. Come on. It won't come out. He's scared.
That's not a dog. That's don't know what it is. Some kind of possum, maybe.
I've never seen a black and white possum. I think it's a skunk.
How do you know what a skunk looks like? We don't have one home.
It looks like Pepe Le Pew in the cartoons on TV.
Thought skunks were supposed to stink. Don't stink. There we go. No wonder he's scared. Those bloody helicopters.
We have a very tricky situation for the police here. The suspect appears to be holding a young boy hostage.
Stay where you are. Put the bomb down.
What?
That's not a bomb, that's a cat.
Ah. See, just like at home. Policeman is your friend. Here to help us.
That's not a cat. That's a skunk.
You can take it from here, guys. Mate, wouldn't mention this to your mum. She probably wouldn't understand. It's man stuff.
And of course, at that stage, early this afternoon, we had no idea that the bomb was in fact a skunk. Officers reluctantly placed the skunk in a squad car to await the arrival of animal control. In the meantime, it backed up traffic on the 101 from Calabasas to Pasadena. It was the worst traffic jam.
What are you doing, Mikey?
It's okay, love, it's me.
Oh. Mick, are you sure you want to come tonight? I mean, it's a social thing, but it'll be work for me.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, to see if the local people are as friendly as New Yorkers.
Well, I hope your son feels the same way. He starts school on Wednesday.
Ah, no worries. He's just like me, really.
From what I hear, he has enough charm to stop a skunk from spraying him.
Yeah, well, you know, we were roaring down the freeway and
It's okay. He looked really cute on TV.
Bloody television. Pal.
Mick!
Call the cops.
Let him go. He's the valet. He's supposed to park the car.
Yeah, take it easy, dude.
Tim.
Sorry. Honest mistake.
Don't worry about me. I'll just get a drink, then ride in.
Okay. I'll come and get you after I've done the formalities.
Right, that's your Evian, and this here's your sparkling mineral water with a twist.
Oh, and a straight club soda. So, you having a drink or doing your laundry?
Today, Mick Dundee. And you're?
Tony, what can I get for you, Mr. Dundee?
Just a cold beer will do, mate, thanks.
That's typical of LA today. Health nuts. Worried about what they drink, worried about what they eat. I used to be like that till I found the answer.
Oh. And, what's the answer?
Coffee. Eat and drink whatever you please and then flush it out with coffee.
So you just drink lots of coffee?
No. You don't drink it. I'm talking colonics. Good coffee enema leaves you clean as a whistle. Thumbs up.
Attorney. An enema. Isn't that where they shove a hose up the
Yep.
old...
Lots of people swear by it.
It's coffee. Cream and sugar.
It's L.A.
Excuse me, Mr. Rothman. I'd love to introduce you to someone. This is Miss Sue Charlton from Newsday.
Hello.
Arner Rothman, delighted. Dee Dee tells me that you've replaced our late friend Tom Zetlin.
Excuse me.
That's a damn shame. He was a good man, and he really knew his way around this business.
Well, I'm afraid I come up a bit short in that department. Actually, I was hoping maybe you could help me out.
Are you in the cast of this flick?
Me? No, I'm socializing.
Networking, me too. Have you seen any of these masterpieces?
No.
Don't. Unbelievable schlock. I kid you not. Makes you embarrassed to be in the business. The only thing I've seen worse than Lethal Agent was Lethal Agent 2. I read the script on this one, and it's even worse. I don't know how these clowns stay in business.
I suppose you've heard then they're making Lethal Agent 4.
What? No one told me. Do you know if they're casting yet? I gotta call my agent.
planning on following through on Tom's story, more about your film company than this particular film.
We shot the whole thing in Greece. Oh.
Allow me to introduce Milos Drobnik, our international vice president, Sue Charlton.
I am delighted to meet American movie star. I'm a big fan. All your films.
Well, that's very kind of you, but I'm a journalist.
Sue's from Newsday. Milos handles all our Eastern European activity. I could not work over there without him.
You excuse me.
Well, I don't want to monopolize all your time here. I was hoping we could catch up at the studio when it's convenient.
Absolutely.
That's just the way they do things. You don't want that, love. Get some of that free food in you, you'll feel a lot better. You're welcome.
Hey, you're from down under, right?
Yeah.
I don't suppose you know Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson? Sort of. Bailed him out of jail twice.
You're kidding. You really do know him?
I can tell you some tales about Mad Mel.
Oh, please do.
I thought you said that we were finished with the prying Newsday people.
She's just following up on the original story. I'll handle it.
No, now she wants to come snooping around the studio. You should say no.
Look, we're the new boys in town, right? We're supposed to be begging for publicity. Start banning the press, they're gonna be all over us. Leave this to me.
So he takes his shoes off. Oh, thanks, Tony. Runs outside, stark naked. Sets fire to the building and burns it to the bloody ground. Oh, he's a mad bugger. Excuse me.
Mel Gibson's best friend. They're practically brothers. I've seen them together, you know.
Just tell them a few tales about Mel Gibson.
You don't know Mel Gibson.
Yeah, I do. You know him too. Met him at Donk's pub. Mel Gibson. Tall, red-headed fella. Walks with a limp.
Oh, Malcolm Gibson. Not Mel Gibson.
Yeah, Mel Gibson. I know about him over here. Small world, isn't it?
Hey, Nick. You give me a call anytime.
Okay, dude. Hey, maybe we'll do lunch.
Oh, Nick, you're starting to scare me.
I like Hollywood.
Thanks. So, the story on the film company just got red hot. Tom Zetlin's place was robbed and they took everything.
Oh, my God, that's terrible. How does it make the story hot?
Tom is accidentally killed. Coincidentally, his place is cleaned out, leaving no clues to what he's working on. Maybe Tom was onto something big. They had to shut him up.
You think the film people had him killed?
It's possible. I had a bad vibe about this from the start. But I think you should be careful going out there.
I'm not exactly going into a mafia stronghold. I'm interviewing a studio head on the lot. I'm even bringing my family along. We're going to do the tour.
Well, alrighty then. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Paramount Pictures Tour. Okay, this is where the magic happens, people, but before we actually begin, I'm going to ask you all to raise your right hand. Okay, cool. Now, what you're about to witness are some of the biggest secrets of movie making. So I must ask that all of you swear not to reveal anything you may witness here today. Do you swear?
Just say I do.
I do. Okay. Righty-o, Jim. A special treat here today, people, because just up ahead, we're actually filming a giant crowd scene for the latest Silvergate studio picture, Lethal Agent 3.
Told you we should have gone to Universal.
Because quite simply, the losses on the first two movies are amortized into the cost of the franchise. We're making this movie for practically nothing.
Okay, but still, wouldn't it be cheaper to make your films either here or in Eastern Europe instead of both places?
Sure, but our movies are set in Eastern Europe.
You can't fake the locations here? I mean, they're shooting an African jungle next door.
Sue, can you and I talk off the record? Darling, will you excuse us for a minute?
Sure.
Quite frankly, the success or failure of these films is of little importance to us. We're after bigger fish. There are over 300 million people in what was once the Soviet bloc. People who are starved of entertainment, movies shot in their own backyard, starring their own people. I'm talking about building major studios, Cineplex chains, even theme parks. The deal I am talking about will make Euro Disney seem penny ante.
Well, this is a great story. A Russian Hollywood. And when do we go on record?
2 weeks, tops. But for you, 24 hours before the rest of the world. Exclusive to Newsday.
And in return?
Postpone the piece you've already started. Right now, what is it? It's a story about a small-time studio and their 2 unsuccessful movies. Who cares? What do you say?
Well, if it's a Newsday exclusive, you got a deal?
Claire, why don't you take Miss Charlton down to the set? You can see the glamorous side of the business. I'll be in touch. You are good.
Where we can transform an ordinary man or woman into an ape or clown. Alrighty then. Now, before we enter this next portal, it is my duty to warn you that several dangerous jungle creatures have been sighted on the loose, so please keep inside the tram at all times. I don't want to lose anyone. Again.
Dad, do you have your big knife?
Oh, I didn't think I'd need it here. Might have my pocket knife. What do you need it for?
I mean, in case jungle animals attack.
No, I think we'll be all right.
Okay, look out, folks. It's a giant, deadly anaconda!
Well, that's awesome, dude.
Sorry. Reflex action.
Okay.
Cool. Let's get out of here. Hey,
Is that more man stuff, Dad?
you got that right, mate.
Hey, you two. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. So, how'd your interview go?
Creepy. Did you ever talk to someone and think everything they're saying is a lie?
Yeah. Nugget.
Well, Nugget's harmless. This guy.
You know what you should do? Your paper's got police connections, right? You get the cops to do a background check on him. That's the way they do it on NYPD Blue.
Well, I see Mikey's not the only one glued to the TV all day long.
Oh, yeah, but we only watch educational programs, right, mate?
Yeah, like wrestling. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Well, did he behave today?
Oh, yeah, he was good as gold.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Mikey. Oh. And no more TV. You start school tomorrow.
G'day. Vic Dundee. Here to pick up my ankle biter. It's his first day.
Ah, Barry Katz. What grade's he in?
Fourth.
Same as my boy. My boy's in the 3rd, Eric Perry.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah, you look like an outdoorsman, Mick. What do you think of this whole survival camp idea?
What is it?
Well, the school's putting on this summer. Teach the kids how to survive in the woods, fishing, making campfires. Dads are welcome.
Oh, I think it's a great idea. Gives them a chance to get in touch with nature. I'm going to take young Gary along.
Oh, good for you. A couple of weeks in the bush, you and your boy, you'll both love it.
You ever take your boy into the outback where you were, down under?
All the time. Just last month, I took him into the bush. Taught him how to kill a wild boar with a stick.
Kill a boar, but he's like 9 years old.
Yeah, well, you know what they say. Better late than never, eh? See you later, fellas.
Hey, Dad. Miss Mathis wants to talk to you. I'll meet you over there.
Dorothy Mathis, Mr. Charlton.
Oh, how do you do? Actually, it's Mick Dundee, but I'm Mikey's dad.
Oh, Mr. Dundee, right.
Well, first off, Mikey is a lovely boy. Bright, friendly. There's just one small problem, one we run into all the time here. We call it the Hollywood syndrome. Like when a dad plays a policeman in a movie, the children often believe he's actually a policeman.
Oh, right, you've got a lot of actors' kids here. Well, I'm not in the movie business. I'm in the tourism business, not so glamorous.
Exactly. Which is why your son tries to make it sound a bit more colorful than it really is. Now, it seems harmless, but little fibs can grow.
What's he been saying?
I'm afraid he told everyone you're a hunter, and you hunt and kill crocodiles.
He knows better than that. Crocodiles are protected. I don't kill them. I catch them alive.
Oh, yes. Of course.
I'll talk to him. There'll be no more fibs. Really nice to meet you, Dorothy.
Looks like a hunter. Nice cut.
Dad, will you tell the teachers to call me Dundee, not Charlton?
Oh, sure. We just had to enroll you at school under your mother's name, because that's your legal name over here.
Is that because you won't marry Mum?
Well, no, we're married, sort of. We just haven't done the legal bit yet. So what did the kids at school say when you told them your dad was a crocodile hunter?
They said, well, what's he doing in Beverly Hills?
Smart kids.
Hey, Dad, what's that man doing?
I don't know. Let's go and ask him.
Excuse me, mister. What are you doing?
Well, I'm meditating, young man.
What's meditating?
Meditating is a special place I go in my mind where there's no distraction and I receive a great source of power.
Cool. Can you show us how, please?
Sure. Come forward and have a seat.
My name's Mikey. What's yours?
Hey, Mikey, I'm Mike.
Oh, hi, Mike. I'm Mick. Mikey's dad.
Mikey, Mick, Mike. You gotta be kidding me, right?
No.
Okay. Fold your legs, like in a Buddha position. Grab your ankles to save yourself from some discomfort. And we're gonna take it easy, close our eyes, relax. Inhale the positivity, exhale the negativity. Inhale the positivity, exhale the negativity. Open your eyes, wake up, relax. How do you feel?
Very powerful.
And that's the ticket, Daddy-O. Power. It's all in the power.
Mikey, would you just hurry up ahead? I need to talk to Mike for a minute.
Okay.
Private.
Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome, Mikey.
See ya.
Take care, buddy.
Now, Mike, I need a favor.
You know, Mick, everybody needs a favor from me.
I need you to help me up. My knees are blocked.
And that's my bad right there. You got it, buddy.
I didn't want the kid to see. Oh.
Thank you.
Hey, Dad, did you see the size of Mike's muscles? They were huge.
Yeah. Now you see, you should never judge a book by its cover. That Mike, big man, Built like a brick dunny. But I could tell straight away. He was a gentleman. Well, he wouldn't hurt a fly. I just know people. It's a gift. Ah, it's a bowling ball. Pure heroin. Check out the bowling ball. Yeah, I knew it. Hey, Sue.
Hmm?
What are you doing, love?
Trying to think like a journalist again. I used to be pretty good at it. Not that anyone was going to put Sue Charlton and Pulitzer Prize in the same sentence, but I'm just stumped.
Is it that film studio thing?
I'm sure it's an elaborate front for something. But what?
They're smuggling. Drugs or guns.
How do you arrive at that?
That's what it always is. See, the big money thing they smuggle into America are drugs. And the big thing going out, guns.
Oh. And where did this insight into major criminal activities come from?
I'm from TV. I'm a quick learner. Hey, I may look like I just fell off the turnip truck, but it didn't land on my head. You know what you need? You need a mole.
A mole?
Me. I'll get a job at the studio.
Oh, Nick, I know you need something to do, but...
I made a lot of contacts at that movie party. I bet one of them can get me a job there.
Well, what about Mikey? Who's going to take him to school in the morning?
I'll get him one of those nannies. I got a good one. Don't worry, leave it to me. This is important. See, sometimes I think young Mikey thinks I'm a bit of a hillbilly. Well, I am, actually. But I just want to show him that being a hillbilly doesn't necessarily mean you're dumb.
So our first group strolled up the street, followed by our 3 businessmen at a more brisk pace, and then our 2 construction workers.
Diego Gonzalez.
Yeah, Mick Smith.
Nice to meet you, Mick.
Now we're in Berlin, so please walk like Germans.
How do Germans walk?
I don't know, one foot after the other.
So this is a rehearsal, background only. And action.
What the hell are you doing?
I just want my kid to see me in the picture.
Yeah, well, if you start looking at the camera during the take, they'll take you out of the picture.
Oh.
You're new, aren't you?
Yeah, first roll. Bit nervous.
Cut! Actor 1, please.
Well, look, just relax. Watch me, okay? Yeah. Forget about the camera. We're 2 working stiffs on our way to a bar.
Oh, just pretend it's real life.
Yeah.
Okay, now people, we will be doing it for real this time. And remember, attention, please. Quiet, everyone. Quiet. Pictures up. Roll.
Sound speed.
Marker.
Set.
And background action. And action! Stop that man! God!
Man, are you okay?
What the hell happened?
It was my fault. I saw him running and...
What happened is that he tried to catch him as he fell. We both saw him trip, and he went down hard. Are you sure you're okay?
Max, what's wrong, buddy?
Okay, we'll go again. Back to 1s, please. Fast as you can, we're losing the lights.
Hey, thanks for covering up for me. Couldn't help it, you know, reflex. Sort of like a football flashback.
Football my ass. That wasn't exactly a legal tackle.
Oh, it is at home. It's called a Darwin coat hanger. Anyway, I owe you one.
No, it's okay. I had to keep you here. You're fun. I want to see what you're going to do to screw up the next take.
Okay.
Oh, what's the problem, Michael?
Miss, do people like rats in America, or are they just pests?
Why do you ask?
Because there's a big rat in the bookshelves.
Is it dead?
No, miss. I only stunned it. My dad says never kill anything unless you're gonna eat it.
I think we'll just put it outside, please.
He's my best friend, you know.
See, the key to survival here is you gotta keep your face away from the camera. That way they can use you again and again. You know, I've been in every mob scene. You're a pro.
All right, everyone, settle down. Settle in. Again. And background action.
Action. Watch this. Watch this. Kiki, get me a drink.
Cut! This isn't working. What's the problem with the monkey?
Sorry, she was fine earlier. Come here, Kiki. Come here. Come here. I don't understand. She never does this. Come here, Kiki.
She's just a bit nervous. What do you want her to do?
You ever work with animals?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, she's supposed to go to the table and take a soda to the actor.
Diet or regular?
Whatever. Diet.
Want a glass?
She hasn't learned that.
We're running late here, people. Can we try one more time? If this doesn't work, we'll drop it.
Okay, back to one. This is the real thing, everybody. Concentrating. Roll. Pictures up. Speed. Marker. And background action.
Action. Watch this. Watch this. Kiki, get me a drink. Make it the diet one. And a glass, too. Thank you, my liebchen. Thank you, thank you.
Check the gate.
Look, I got a problem. All of my animals are on the jungle set, and I can't keep coming back and forth with the chimp. So if you'll fill in for me, I'll double what you're getting paid.
Will I still be on this picture?
Every day, Kiki's an above-the-title player.
Got a deal. Looking at the new monkey wrangler. Hey, thanks for your help, Diego.
Dude, Nick. Hey, this is a positive career move.
Reckon?
Yeah, I'm telling you. You're gonna go far. Eh, don't be a stranger now. Hell of a nice guy. Can't act for shit. But he'll probably wind up with his own TV sitcom.
Wait just a minute, dear. Suppose your father's picking you up again?
No, he's at work this week.
Oh, bummer. Well, how are you getting home then?
I've got a nanny like all the other kids.
Oh. Which one's yours?
Over there, the big one.
Your nanny?
Well, he's really Uncle Jacko from back home.
And is Uncle Jacko married?
No, but he's looking.
Hi, Dorothy Mathis. I'm Mikey's teacher.
G'day, Dorothy. Call me Jacko. Bloody marvellous. Los Angeles, eh? Funny name.
Los Angeles. Yeah, it means, Lost Angels. It's Italian. Ah, there it is. Tell Sue I'll take her somewhere really special for dinner. You're gonna love this place, trust me. Now, pick out what you want off the menu here, and you yell it out into that box. 2 minutes later, you're scoffing it down without even getting out of the car. Of course, we have these drive-ins back home in the cities, but this is where it all started.
So you can eat like a pig, and no one can see you. Clever buggers, these Yanks, eh?
Well, this is why LA is famous all around the world for its fine cuisine.
Welcome to Wendy's. Can I take your order, please?
Let me handle this. Good evening, Wendy. There will be 4 of us dining in the car this evening. So we're going to need 4 triple burgers with cheese and 4 biggie fries.
So that's 4 classic triples.
Wait a minute.
4 biggie fries?
Here comes Stan and Harry. They'll also be dining with us tonight. So we need 6 triple burgers with cheese and 6 biggie fries.
Okay. 6 classic triples with cheese and 6 biggie fries?
You know what I'd really like to do?
What's that?
Go right up on the roof of one of those skyscrapers.
Well, that's easy. Just find one that's open.
Struth, this is higher than Ayers Rock.
Yeah. Of course, the buildings in New York are a lot higher. I was there, you know. Old New York. Or as we call it, the Big Apple.
Big Apple? Why do you call it that?
Well, because it's really big and...
Yeah, but none of those buildings are as dangerous as this.
What do you mean?
Well, they don't have earthquakes in New York. And they have them here all the time, right?
Yeah.
We could have one right now. God. What do you reckon it'd do to this building?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be up here if she started shaking, eh?
I've seen enough. You done?
Oh, yeah. No point in hanging around. Earthquakes, eh?
No worries.
Drink after all those 1,286 stairs.
No worries, mate.
Didn't work.
Oh, you gotta wait. There's hundreds of cars going through, and just us 2 trying to cross.
Yeah? Yeah, there's 20 of us, eh?
Yeah, but you can't do that. It's illegal.
Well, I don't see any cops.
Yeah, but they have cameras at all these intersections, see? And if you do anything wrong, they take your picture and then send you a fine.
Yeah, but I ain't wearing a number plate around my neck, so how the hell are they gonna know who I am, huh?
Well, when you landed here, you showed them your passport, right?
Yeah.
Got your picture in it, dopey.
Oh, yeah, right. I wonder how much they fine you.
Oh, it depends how many times you push the button. This looks like us.
Oh, great. Texas bar. We're in.
Hey, this could be a bit of fun. These American cowboys love a good barroom brawl.
Howdy, boys. Step on in.
Howdy, man.
And howdy, cowboys.
Starting the bloody crows. That must have been one of those poofter bars.
Yep. Only I believe the correct term is gay homosexual. That's what they call their shirt lifters over here.
Yeah, well, the only woman there was a cowgirl at the door.
Give it up, punk, or I'll blow you away.
Hang on. Can't hear you. That's better. Now, how can I help you?
Smart ass cowboy, huh? Hand me over your money, man.
Yeah, they ain't cowboys. They fools dressed up.
Yeah, fools got money too. Give it up or I'll bust a cap in your ass.
Yeah, hand it over, bitch.
Bitch? Son, you have any idea how quick you have to be to catch a tiger snake?
No!
I was getting mugged. They must look rich. Hey, it's one of them soft top cars. Cave in.
Ow!
You know, this must be why they call LA the city on wheels.
What do you mean?
Well, they don't even get out of their car to mug you.
I move. Ow! It's all your fault, Holmes. You shouldn't have called him a bitch.
Should we call the cops?
Oh, no point. Over here, mate. They'd probably end up suing us. Besides, it's not their fault. It's the drugs. I saw all about it on that Geraldo Rivera. He knows the streets.
Let's just get a cup of coffee and go home.
Oh, it'd be too hasty ordering coffee around here. You might not be too happy with the way they serve it. Trust me.
And this is where a big crocodile almost bit his leg right off.
Well, tell the truth, kids. Wasn't really that big. No more than 20 feet or so, anyway.
Yes, I know. I just don't appreciate a real artiste. I'd have bit him too.
I thought you were fabulous. I don't care what that director said, he's an idiot. You were really good.
You said black with one sugar, right?
Oh, yes. Thanks, mate. Excellent.
And I got us a little treat for our friend here.
Oh, great. That'll hit the spot. Black and one sugar. She's a bit grumpy today. Not happy with the size of her trailer. She wants a big one like Virgil, and I keep telling her, Virgil's a lion. You're only a monkey. Sorry. Chimpanzee.
Say, have you thought about changing agents?
Yeah, you go. You're talking to a chimp. They don't speak English.
Yeah, neither did my first wife.
Bloody two-faced! Mind the painting!
Well, just lean it carefully against the wall for now. Carefully!
G'day, Phil. What's happening, mate?
Hi, Mick. The usual continuity nightmare.
Right. What's that mean?
Means I have to make this set look exactly like it did on location in Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia. Is that where all these paintings come from?
Yep. They had them done there. Dome. Would have been cheaper here and more realistic.
Oh, so none of these are valuable. They're just all copies.
Yep. And rather poor ones at that. And these huge tacky frames? For God's sakes.
Do they usually cart the sets and the props from one country to another and back again?
Maybe in a big-budget international movie like Mission Impossible 3. But I haven't seen Tom Cruise hang around the set, have you?
Tom Cruise. What's he look like?
Like Tom Cruise. Geez, Mick, were you born in a cave?
Yeah. How did you know that?
Never mind. Jim! Bangles are down the wrong end. See, here they started with the Gauguins, one above the other. Okay, I get it, Faye. Let's get this right. We gotta be done in here tonight. They're shooting in here tomorrow. Stage 2. Yes, this is Phil. Fine. Yeah, we got room for about 2 more. I know. Listen, I know.
See, you can mix heroin into a plaster, make it any shape you like. So when I see this guy go nuts just because they pumped a lousy painting, that's when I knew where the drugs were hidden. Moulded into the picture frames. Pure heroin, or as we call it, smack.
Geez, Mick, you really do think like a detective.
Yeah, mate. Comes sort of natural to me, you know.
Hey, Mick. That was the police lab. Sorry. The frames are just plaster. There's no drugs.
Oh, bugger it. Well, sure, I'd crack the case.
I don't know. Maybe they're not smuggling anything.
Oh, no, they're sneaking around with something. I just haven't found it yet. Like, I read about this fella. Used to push a wheelbarrow full of cow dung across the border every day. Manure for the garden, he'd say. Went on for months, and the border guards knew he was smuggling something. So they'd stop him and they'd rake through that manure with a fine-tooth comb. Never found a thing. Turned out they were right. He was smuggling something. Wheelbarrows. Right under their noses. See, it's there, and I'm just not seeing it. Yet. But I will.
Nah, I reckon he was right the first time. It's drugs. They wouldn't go to all that trouble for wheelbarrows.
Cut! And print. Cut! We'll cut when he throws, so that'll work fine.
All right.
Good job, John Paul.
Listen, everyone, we do not burn down the castle now. That will be a second unit shot tomorrow. That means everyone goes home early and has tomorrow off. Okay, see you all Friday. First thing.
And you've actually seen these paintings quite recently.
Yeah, today.
Well, then that makes it easy. They're fakes.
You can tell that from the photographs.
Well, normally, no. But you see, these Rembrandts and this, the Olive Field by Van Gogh, unfortunately no longer exist. During the bombing of Belgrade by NATO, the National Art Museum of Serbia took a direct hit, burned to the ground, along with the originals of these paintings and possibly the finest collection of old masters in Eastern Europe. It's a tragedy for the art world. Ergo, these must be copies. Fakes.
That, Belgrade, was that in Yugoslavia?
Yeah.
Because that's where these paintings come from.
What if it wasn't an accidental bombing? And someone removed the paintings first? Spoils of war?
Maybe I should take a look at these. Could you take me to them?
That's probably impossible. But if I could get one of them and bring it to you, and it was real, that means the rest are probably real, right?
You must call me the minute you find one. I have to see them.
No worries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, who drew this?
Pablo Picasso.
I'm a drinking man myself, but I've never been that hammered. This will be a piece of cake. I know this lot backwards. Wait in the car.
Mick? Our going to say be careful, but I guess that's kind of a dumb thing to say to someone who hunts crocodiles.
No worries.
Of course, the difference is obvious here, but on film, it's a perfect match, isn't it?
All right, we have the paintings. Now, as we continue with this stupid movie business bullshit.
You really don't get it, do you? God is in the details. These came into the country as film props. Anyone wants to see them. Sorry, we burned them. Want proof? Go see the movie. Dead end. Brilliant.
Carl, we need your help.
Carl, that painting should be covered.
I'll be with you in a moment.
And who the hell is that?
Stop him! After him! Quickly!
Shoot low! Don't hit the painting!
After him! Steal off the lot!
Quick, hold this.
What?
Get on in here. Dravos followed him. You cover all the exits. Go in and help Dravos flush him out.
Why not? Mick said to wait here. That's his bust, right?
I know, I was just looking. How'd you get here anyway? Who's looking after Mikey?
Miss Mathis, his teacher from school. I followed you in her car.
I'll just keep you on hold.
Keep you on hold. Now just come out. Who is this man? How does he...
I think he's the monkey guy. Mick, the guy that trains a monkey. Same hat.
How would the monkey guy know about the paintings? Is he alone? You better hope he's still alive. Get in there.
We're entering stage 4. We'll push him your way.
Roger that.
Mikey, I'm alive!
Watch out!
To the wall.
He's gone to the jungle set. There's only one way in and out of there. I'm on it.
Just cover the gate till we get there.
High five.
Stan, copy. Boss said don't go in there alone. Stan? Stan?
It's late, mate.
Stan?
Oh, shit. Did it,
It missed, I think. I hope. Oh.
Hi, Merrick. I know you're still here. Why don't we stop playing this silly game? You can come out and join your friends.
I have no more patience for this. Okay, you win. I'm coming out. Just don't make any sudden moves.
You don't have to be so formal. We're all friends. You can lower your hands.
Well, I can't really lower this one.
And why is that?
Because if I put this arm down and break eye contact, he might come down here and tear you apart.
Who?
Fella who lives in there.
Look, up on the rock.
Are you nuts? You can't kill a lion with a .38 pistol. Just piss him off. If you shoot anyone, they better not bleed.
Yeah, lions go berserk when they smell blood.
If I was you, I'd back up slowly into that cage.
Yeah. Surely that's a, tame lion.
Yeah. could be right.
I shoot you. You bleed. I take my chances. Yeah, but he's not your problem. It's his missus I'm worried about. I can't handle her. She's got PMS, I think. See it in her eyes. Anyway, you do what you have to do. I'm getting in the cage before his mother-in-law comes down.
No! No! You open the door! Open the door now!
Give me the gun!
You held a gun at my wife's head. That's unforgivable. So I'm going to help you lose some weight. Virgil's going to come down here and bite a big chunk out of your fat ass.
Virgil! Lunch!
Sit.
If you touch me, I will sue you for every cent you've got.
Well, that sounds fair. Hey, that's about $40. It's a fair deal.
Bargain. And now you, miss. The hell are you doing in here?
Well, I had to. My cell phone went dead, and I had to come in here to find a phone to call 911.
Hey, you're clever, Sue. I never would have thought of that.
No, well, that's because she's a Dundee. Well, she ought to be. Jacko, keep an eye on the goons and block your ears.
What?
Block your ears. Private talk.
No worries, mate.
I have to tell you this. I was just really scared for the first time in my life.
Well, that's okay. Most people are frightened of lions.
No, not the lions. They're just hungry. That's when I saw that goon with the gun at your head. That's when I realised how much you know, you marry me?
Well, you do rush into things, don't you? Are you sure it's not just the romantic setting?
Local experts say the value of the recovered art could run as high as $300 million. For the very latest, let's go live to Marta Waller at the scene. Marta.
Thanks, Hal. Right now, the police are taking these priceless paintings into protective custody. The woman behind me talking to the detective is Ms. Sue Charlton, the Newsday reporter who led detectives to the cache of stolen masterpieces. Unfortunately, the undercover agent who actually captured the thieves declined to be interviewed on camera. However, earlier tonight, he did tell me he is in fact a known expert in the art world.
Isn't that the guy who had the skunk on the freeway? Hey, Hal. We'll have more as the story unfolds. Right now, let's go to Malibu, where last night's downpour of almost a quarter-inch of rain resulted in disastrous flooding and massive mudslides along the Pacific Coast Highway.
Sue, do you accept this larrikin as your wedded husband?
I do.
Mick, do you accept this lovely lady as your wedded wife?
No worries.
Fair enough. I now pronounce you husband and wife. Good on you, Mick.
All right.
It's official now, mate. Mick Dundee II.
Cool.
Now I guess we'll wait and see whether you turn out to be another Crocodile Dundee or Michael Dundee, newspaper tycoon.
Oh, that's a no-brainer, Dad. I'm going to be Crocodile Dundee, Hunter, and rich owner of big newspaper.
Yeah, didn't raise the dumbbell.
Put this on for the photos.
What for?
Because you look like a dork in that suit.
Oh, I don't.
You should look like Crocodile Dundee.
I think my crocodile hunting days are over. Yeah, from here on in, it's Mick Dundee, private eye. Nah, kidding.